We are live. Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Call-In Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Sports, dadgummit. Today is Sunday, September the 28th, 2025. We are 24 hours removed from Auburn's second loss of the season, second loss in as many weeks, second loss in the past 8 days, another top 10 loss on the road, this time at Texas A&M, 16-10 to fall to 3-2 on the season. We will talk about Auburn's loss and maybe what they're doing wrong, maybe the little things they're doing right. Here to do it, as they always are 100% of the time, when I look up and Cole Pinkston has on a dark green shirt and a mauve shirt, Mr. Allenhead. Mr. Allenhead, Mr. Cole Pinkston, how about you, fellas?
How about you?
How about you? How's it? I know, right? I messed up. I didn't read the text group today. I just messed up your shtick of having green shirts on together. I'll have it fixed for the recruiting show, I promise.
Is it fair to call that color mauve?
I think that's fair. I think that, and I want to,
salmon. Is it salmon?
Salmon.
I want to commend Jessica on expanding your color palette there, Jeffrey.
Right.
Very impressed.
She also burnt my face right there. I don't know if you can see it. Got a little Vaseline, a little petroleum jelly. Which side is it over here? Yeah, right there. So if you say I got glossy face, it's not because I got oil on my face. It's Speaking of Jessica, let's don't forget that if you're in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, and you're looking for some real estate help, which is a good topic right now, man. A lot of things going down on the market. Prices, the interest rates are coming down. So people are getting ready to roll, and look no further for the help you need around this town. Jessica Andrews with First Realty. Give her a call, 334-704-4442. A lot of fours in that number, but do not be deceived. She's a freaking 5-star realtor. If you don't believe me, just ask me. And I'll tell you, if you don't believe me, I'll slap the shit out of you. I will. No, I won't. I really don't. I'm too old to be slapping people. All right, yeah, give her a call, man. Jessica Andrews, she's fantastic. 5-star consensus all the way around. She's never had a bad review, and she never will. So give her a call, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. Fellas, let's give a little 2-minute takes real quick on y'all's thoughts on Auburn's 16-10 loss at A&M. Some of the more important takeaways that both of you had. Cole, we'll start with you.
Okay, well, I ain't going to lie. I prayed about this because, because there's a lot of ugly out there, and I ain't trying to be ugly.
I hear you.
Guy. I don't believe in that. So I guess the main thing I want to say this. I want to say with great recruiting comes great responsibility. Okay? With great recruiting comes great responsibility. This is what you signed up for. You're supposed to be better. There's no other excuse anymore. I think you've got the team to compete with those rosters. Absolutely. Okay? The second thing I want to say, I want to be consistent with some of the things that we've said on this show all off season. Number one, the current stretch that Auburn is in on the schedule, none of us thought Auburn was going to get through that unscathed. No. In fact, none of us thought Auburn would win 2 out of the 3.
Correct.
1 out of 3 is what we all said needs to happen. Right now, it looks really dim, like that's not going to happen. It doesn't feel like it will. Could they surprise Georgia? Sure. They got enough players to do it. The reason why I don't believe they will is because of the other thing we said all offseason, which was no matter what, if this looks like the same operation, we know what the problem is.
Common denominator.
No doubt about it. That's not me taking any personal shots at anybody.
No. Oh, man, he froze. Just the absolute perfect.
That's what happens when your 2 minutes runs out, Alan.
Dang it.
No, go ahead and wrap it up, Cole.
No, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not calling for firings. I'm not doing any of that tonight. I'm simply stating some facts. And actually, I think it would be fair to not say that this one looks like the last year's team. This right now on offense looks worse.
Alan?
No, Cole, I think you're spot on. And I want to start with where you kind of left. I think from my seat to argue for anybody to lose their employment, that's just poor form, right? That's not who I am as a person.
Right.
But we can talk about the game. And I think if you're looking at this from a recruiting standpoint of what you have accrued from a talent acquisition standpoint, and the level to which this team is playing on the offensive side of the ball, defensively. And I think that needs to be discussed. Auburn did everything that they needed to do to win that game. And I understand there are people that are going to say, well, they gave up 400 yards and so on and so forth. Get all that. When you start measuring who won and lost a game by how many yards you give up, then we'll talk, big dog. But other than that, to me, it's still a scoreboard business. And in the scoreboard business, Auburn held Texas A&M to 16 points. I don't know how, but they held them to 16 points. Now back to the offense, it's a stale product, man. Unfortunately, for whatever the reason, I think it's a combination of things. Quarterback play has not been elite the last 2 weeks. Offensive line has had some difficulties. I think play calling has not put anybody in position to overly be successful. And I don't know what the identity is, what the staple of the offense is. And it feels a little listless at times. It feels like a lot of patchwork or like a guesswork, like they're just kind of throwing things out there and trying different things. And that's not where you want to be. KYP, man, that's what they tell quarterbacks day one install. Know your personnel. And for the head coach, the play calling head coach who's been successful in this league before, I can't take his bona fides away from what he was able to accomplish at Ole Miss.
Right.
But for the operation to look the way that it does right now, by comparison to the way that it has, it definitely makes you contemplate, has the game passed him by? And should not only he have gone out and gotten a quarterback this offseason, should he have also gotten an offensive coordinator? Mm. And I think that is a fair conversation to have. Now,
he did, though, to be fair.
Yeah. We can look. I would encourage somebody to ask that question of me later on in the show when I have more time to talk. I'm on a 2-minute string here, but no, it's not pretty right now. There's not a lot of encouragement that anything's going to change. Now they do have a bye week. Maybe there's some things that they can do to, catch Georgia sleeping coming into Jordan-Hare. I don't think that's going to be the case of them after losing to Alabama. Eli Drinkowitz is going to want this game when he comes in with Missouri. So I don't think Auburn's going to get a pass here. I think they're going to get a real test. And if Auburn goes 0-4, where does that leave you at that point? That's where the bleakness comes in. If Auburn is 0-4 in the league to start the season, that doesn't give you a lot of encouragement for what's going to happen when you travel to Vanderbilt, when you play Alabama in your house. I mean, what gimmies are on the schedule other than Mercer? And again, Kentucky sucks. So probably Kentucky.
Yeah. I want to get to the phone lines as soon as possible, 701-779-9585. So I'll just take about 30 seconds. A couple of things I want to say. I've always said from the beginning, I wanted to see Hugh Freeze after 3 years. I was going to give him 3 years and then see what that fourth year looks like. But I'm with Cole here. The talent is not what's losing the game here. I wanted to see him get that the roster isn't what's losing game. The roster isn't what you only scored 3 freaking points. I mean, imagine going to Texas A&M and telling the offense, hey, man, all you have to do is score 10 points. We'll win. That's the defense saying, we'll take it from there. Score 10 points and we'll win. That's all we need. And Auburn couldn't do that. They're regressing. The offensive identity we saw against Baylor and Ball State, completely different defenses, don't get me wrong. And I think that's what happened was Auburn could run the football and hide their passing inefficiencies in those first 2.5 games, because the second half against South Alabama was shit too, if you'll remember. Offensively, they scored 3 points, but they could run a football against them. And everybody was like, oh no, what's going to happen when we have to pass? Well, now we know what happens when you have to pass. So the offensive line is absolutely atrocious, and I hope we get to talk here soon with a former All-American at Auburn.
Yes, sir.
And Reese Mukes. I want to get his thoughts on the O-line play. And all right, let's just get right to it, Zach. Let's get to some phone calls.
0548. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Jay Lee, what we got to do to get you in a salmon shirt, big dog?
Oh, send me to Alaska.
Send you to Alaska. Well, Zach, I don't appreciate this. 2 weeks in a row, we're starting off with Kyle from Gardendale. Where's Kevin from Wilmer?
Hey,
we need some positivity up in here.
Yeah, no longer 12-0, and Cam Coleman catching 25 touchdowns.
No, but
I think it was 35, Jay Lee.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, look, we're trying here, Kyle. We're trying.
All right, hey, Kyle.
It sounds like a minor Tiger to get it wrong.
Tenacious wrong. All right, Kyle. I think Zach's going to give you about 60 seconds, big dog. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yep. I've beat the drum. I really thought that Hugh turned the corner in the Baylor game. I really, really did. Just the frustration of not getting that done this weekend is just unbelievable. How do you go into that game and not think A&M is going to take away Cam Coleman? We literally played A&M 10 versus 9 the entire game and could not do anything. So with that being said, you guys know I just like to ask a question and get off.
Sure.
There's gonna be a ton of coach talk, all this crap. What do we got to do against Georgia? What do you guys think has to get out of the way for us to win against Georgia? Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you do. Have a great night.
Thanks, Kyle. Always appreciate you, big dog. Most important thing Auburn's going to have to do against Georgia, fellas.
Run the football.
Play with tempo. Both of those things.
Tempo is important.
Very
important.
Given
Both of those.
Yeah, given the defense that they run, it's so complicated, right? Like Kirby makes like 7 checks for every call that's on. And so when you play with tempo, you force them to stay in base. And when you force them to stay in base, you can ID things a lot better. So again, I'm with you, Cole. The most important thing is establish the run. Then it's play with tempo, stay in front of the chains. Like those are the things that have to be done for Auburn to be successful.
If you would have told me 3 months ago that Auburn through 5 games would have 1 turnover, no interceptions, I would say they were 4-1 at worst. No turnovers, fellas. I'm not turning the football, but the penalties. And I say that too, but man, A&M had 13 for like 275 yards.
I know.
So, I mean, but still, no excuse for that. Good stuff, Kyle. Appreciate you calling in.
Anthony from Montgomery. You're live, man.
Fellas.
Fellow.
What's up, buddy?
How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Very good, man. Very good.
Absolutely. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I'm doing fantastic.
I know I got a lot to say, and I'm trying to cram it in so I can
Do it, big dog.
Do it. We're going to have Anthony's Minute. Just roll, baby.
Y'all know that I've been on the Hugh Freeze trooper train, but not the guy. And I hate to say that because I keep saying it's a lose-lose situation for Auburn. It was best for Hugh to be the guy, so we won't have to start over. It's not even about the game yesterday, man. It's about the way it looks. The game has passed Hugh by. It's no creativity at all, man. Like, we don't run nothing but hitches. And it's crazy when the commentators can say that, hey, they don't move Cam Coleman around. They just line him on the outside and get him taken away. Like, they're talking about this during the game. He has no creativity to him. He need to go get, if he's gonna be here, he got to go get an overseas. And did y'all see the play that Ryan Grubbs called to put away Jordan?
Yes.
A reverse move.
Beautiful.
That's you got to evolve with the time, man. You thinking just lining up, going up, throwing go routes that you did in 2014 still gonna get the job done? I'm not saying change your offense, but you have to evolve with time. And that's what got Gus fired, because Gus always thought he was the smartest guy in the room. And he didn't evolve his offense. It feels like a retread of Gus. It really does, because I wouldn't be surprised. We'll go beat Georgia and we'll be right back in this limbo. It's not even about this season. It's about long term. Like, we're going to be stuck. And we let Hugh get a couple of wins under his belt, we're going to be stuck in that same trend we were with Gus, where every other year he wins. And then it's like, should we fire him? It's never going to be consistency of winning. One more thing before I go. The biggest thing that's going on in football right now, I think coaches out-scheme themselves. They watch too much film and they get in their own head. Like, run your stuff. We don't run jets anymore. If you see Derek Claus in the middle, get the ball to the perimeter. If you see Jackson holding on to the football, get the ball out of his hand. I know we got screens in the playbook, because when it was third and 25, they threw a screen to Malcolm. Why do they have to be a 3rd and 35 play? Why they can't be a 1st and 10 play? Why would you go get Eric Singleton, pay him $1 million and sit him on go routes? Get the man the ball in his hand. My thing is, if you go give him a jet sweep, you run a 4-2. I don't care how fast the linebacker is at Oklahoma or Texas A&M. Get him to the outside. He's going to beat the linebacker. I'm sorry, I was talking fast. I was trying to get everything.
You did good. No, I think you're right, Anthony. Thanks for the call, big dog. The lack of creativity on offense is alarming. Is it because he's stubborn and he's like, this has always worked for me and it's going to work now, and if it's not, it's the player's fault?
I don't think it's a lack of creativity. I think it's a lack of. Okay, so we all talked about these two games, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, being tough, right?
Mhm.
They're tough. Well, you can't approach it that way if you're Hugh Freeze. If you're the play caller, you cannot do that. Just because they got a good defensive front doesn't mean you can't run the football.
I hear you.
You have to do it. You have to find a way to keep them honest. You have to find a way for these opposing defensive coordinators who are really good to not dictate your offense. Right now, if they want to take Cam Coleman out of the game, they can take him out of the game. How do you get around that? You have to run the football. You got to show them, I'm going to change what we usually do, and you're not going to dictate me today.
No, I mean, I think that's fair. And look, they got Eric Singleton to help that, right? Like, if you're going to double Cam, don't tell me Eric's not talented enough in a one-on-one to make a play with the ball in his hand. Okay.
And they gave him one.
Yeah.
And they made a play. You
and
need
then
to have 5 more of those.
Exactly. If it works, go back to it. But again, I'm with you, Cole. I don't want to argue scheme because I think on a whiteboard, Hugh Freeze is significantly smarter than me. Like, it's not even close, right?
Sure.
But when it's evident to me that you're not putting your team in position with the play calls that you're making, like, they can't execute. And if they can't execute what you're calling, it doesn't matter what you call. It doesn't matter how wide open a guy is. If your quarterback can't get the ball out there, you've got to figure out something that they can. Again, know your personnel, know what their limitations are. If it's a wide receiver, know what their catch radius is, know what their speed is, know how they like to break in and out of their routes. If it's a quarterback, know what he likes. What's he comfortable in? What are you checking to? Like, I don't understand the conversation they're having right now. And if it's specifically Jackson that's the issue, and I don't know that it is, but if it's specifically Jackson, put another quarterback in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to change something. Like, it can't continue to be the same.
Yeah, and I thought Cole said it at the beginning, and I said this on JG's show the other night, Brain Drain. Last week I said I felt better about Auburn's loss with Jackson Arnold at Oklahoma than I did ever with a win against Peyton with Peyton Thorne.
Mm-hmm.
This past Saturday made me realize what Cole said was like, maybe it's not the quarterback.
We talked about that ad nauseum last year, and got clowned about it and whatever else. But
yeah,
man, it was always evident to us and several others. Justin Hokanson was on it a lot too. I'll give him credit. The offensive system is flawed in a lot of ways, and I can't always put my finger on exactly why. But we made the comment last year. It almost doesn't matter what quarterback you put in that. It's going to look similar if they don't make some changes. And that's where we're at right now. And I think Jackson Arnold's got a higher talent ceiling. I think he's got a good arm, and he does all that. But, I don't want to get to – we need to get to callers. But
we need to get to a caller specifically right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe we have an All-American on the line right now. Auburn's own Reese Dismukes. Reese, you're live, man.
How about you, big guys? How about you, big dog?
Jeffrey Lee, my man.
Reese Dismukes, consensus All-American 2014 Remington Trophy winner. Reese, how you been, man? Have you been watching these games?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's I've been fine. As good as I can. Would be better if we were winning games, but I think the most frustrating thing for me is that the defense has us in. We got every chance to win this game, and then we could just put one drive together. It seems like we beat Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
Yep, had chances there at the end for both.
And they're giving us multiple chances to win. I mean, you get the ball with 2 minutes left. I mean, look like my high school I'm coaching for on Friday night. We just choked. But I mean, I don't know if we're not practicing these situations. I mean, and it's very frustrating.
Reese, one of the things about the offensive line that's really bugging me and a lot of folks is these false starts. I can live with a holding penalty every now and then because I've said it before and everybody else has too. You can call holding on every play if you want to, but what is it? What's the biggest issue with linemen with false starts? Is it lack of discipline? Is
right
it
now? I do not understand why we're not going on the silent count. I mean, how are we going into Oklahoma, going into Texas A&M, and we're not going on a silent count? We're going on this clap bullshit, which I don't even understand what the hell that even is.
Thank you, brother.
But if you go on a silent count, you look at the ball. You know, everything's on timing, and the center says a cadence, but you can't hear that. I do not understand why. I mean, it was a problem last week, and then we got there and did the same shit again this week. I mean, that is the inability to make adjustments. And, I mean, surely Hugh Freeze has done a silent count before.
Yeah. You go into these stadiums.
I think it all boils down to that. I mean, hell, you're in a 111,000 and you can't hear the guy next to you, but you're supposed to be listening for a clap.
Yeah, 111,000 people clapping.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's ridiculous. But I mean, it's the same song and dance with the offensive line. I mean, like I tweeted on Saturday. I don't know where we're at with it, but we need to get Ryan Pugh in the building as soon as possible.
Okay.
Where is he now, Reese?
Abilene Christian, I think.
Abilene Christian.
Out in Texas.
He should be on his way to Auburn right now. Because this is ridiculous, man. I mean, these guys have gotten worse, and we're spending what we pay that left tackle, $1.3 million.
Yeah, it was up there.
And I mean, they don't play hard, and it just seems like, oh man, we're just happy to be out there. I mean, hell, you got one of the guys is like going out there rapping and doing all this bullshit. It's like, dude, you ain't got nothing to be proud of, man. You need to go kick somebody's ass.
That's what Auburn doesn't have that y'all had, Reese. That killer instinct, you know.
I mean, like start grabbing people by the face mask. And
yes,
fucking go. Pardon my
yes,
but like, I mean, we gotta. It's time for us to impose our will on the guy in front of us.
Punch somebody in the freaking mouth, man. I'll take a personal foul. Get fired up.
Eat ass and go get drunk tonight. You know.
Yes. Get some.
I mean. I don't know. It just seems like, and then we get in these heavy set. When we do try to run the ball, it's like we want to bring 2 tight ends, 2 backs. Like, let's just get a heavy set. Then we don't got it ID right. We can't pick up a twist. I mean, I mean, you might as well just, I don't even know. It's very frustrating. I got to go watch the game again to see really what all happened. But I mean, it's just the same song and dance. I mean, I was just looking at it, 0 for 13 on 3rd down. I mean,
1 yard in the 4th quarter, Reese. 11 plays, 1 yard. 4th quarter.
Oh, somebody needs to be fired. I'm just telling you that. And unless Hugh wants to be him, I'd start with the O-line coach. And nothing against him, but this shit ain't working. Get Ryan Pugh in the building as soon as possible. That is another guy who, hey, he may have not been the biggest or the baddest, but he was kicking people's ass.
He was a great technician too, man. He sure was.
Oh man, he's an unbelievable coach, and what's happened to him is ridiculous. And I mean, he would want nothing more than to be the O-line coach at Auburn. I guarantee we get better day one.
I am a big proponent of Ryan Pugh. Always loved him from high school on. He was a stud. I think he was like you, Reese. Wasn't he starting as a true freshman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he started against LSU at right tackle as freshman.
Yeah, you're right. He sure did.
Left tackle. Actually, they had Zimbo on the right because Cox was left-handed.
They had Zimbo on the right, Reese, and they had Ryan on the at left tackle.
Yeah, because Brandon was left-handed. So they had it flipped.
Wow.
He had gotten hurt or something.
Who was it?
The starter. Marcus McNeil then still, or
no? It was the guy after him. Big
Riddick.
No. Former basketball player, like 6'8", massive human being. Played in the NFL for a couple of years. I'll find it.
Jim King.
Yes. That's it.
Who?
King.
Dunlap.
King Dunlap.
Oh, Big King Dunlap. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And they
Yes.
Dunlap. Big King.
because remember they had Chaz Ramsey
And we used to have dirty, hard-nosed people. I mean, even look at Zimba. I mean, Zimba would kick your ass. Country boy from Arkansas. I mean,
Yeah, I want my linemen going out on Friday nights and getting in fights and shit, you know?
yeah, I mean, hell, they had to pick me up from jail a few times. You know? I mean, my ass was there and I was kicking ass. I can guarantee you that. You know, I wasn't taking care of nobody.
I got one call that one night that collect call from Reese Dismukes, Auburn City Jail. No, I'm just kidding. I said, leave him in there.
Last time I went in there, the damn tower was cut out in there, and one of my buddies was in there. They let me out, not him. And he's banging on the glass like, "Let me out, let me out." They're like, "None of y'all can go out till we can process you." Hell, they had my ass at the indoor pushing boards before he even got out of jail.
Oh shit! Oh,
rough one. But I mean, 2012 was a terrible year. But I mean, look, we've had some bad teams during my time, and I mean, this team has a chance to be great. But
yeah,
for us to not show any improvement, I mean, even Ball State got us with a twist. I think we gave up 4 sacks against them.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sure did.
It was either them or South, but I mean, like, we've already been exposed to this, and we keep putting the same product on the field, and then we haven't made any improvements picking up the twist game. I mean, it looked like they gave a little bit more effort against South Alabama, and then you go into Oklahoma, and it's like, I mean, you're not getting a hat on a hat. It looks like you're going to the wrong guys. I mean, Oklahoma's got 8 people in the box, no high safety, and we're trying to run the ball. I mean, it's just the plan's been shit, and the players have not, at least on the offensive line, have not made any improvements, and they continue to do the same thing. And then for us to go into Texas A&M and to think that we're going to use this clap cadence again, and that we're going to have no issues with false starts and whatnot. I mean, yes, you got to be able to sit in there, but you're also thinking, hey, I got to block this 5-star defensive end who's also getting paid, and he's getting paid to kill the guy behind me. And I'm worried about not jumping off sides. So then when I do finally hear a clap, or hell, just wait on everybody else to move, then I'm behind.
Yeah, half a step behind.
That happened to Chaplin a lot.
But this I can't tell you guys how much that this whole not us using the silent count, it's affecting everything up front. I mean, it's causing sacks, it's causing false starts, it's causing us to be late off the ball. I mean, like, you got to go into this situation prepared, and it looks like we're failing to prepare, and we're failing to improve and not make the same mistakes twice.
Adjust.
Like, we continue to make the same mistakes. I mean, it's like we're insane. You know, it's like, hey, we're just going to show up. But I mean, I don't know. Hell, I hear that they don't even practice on Sundays anymore, do they? I mean, isn't it all like Monday to Friday, and then you're just off? You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
I
one
do
of
think
the-
that
one of
he's
those days
filming.
is a walkthrough too. I think.
Yes.
Hey Reese, before I let you go, man, did y'all use the hike your leg? The quarterback hikes his leg, and then the center snaps it, or did y'all use the cadence?
yes. I mean, no, we used the way it worked with us was, you know, I had my head between my legs, and Nick would pick his foot up, or whatever quarterback was back there. And then when I come up, I would turn my head to the left. When my head got back to the center, you'd say the word Auburn, and I would hike the ball.
Who would say that?
That was just.
Oh, that's I got you.
That's the timing. Once the
Right.
head gets back to the center, Auburn.
So you go left, center, Auburn, snap.
Correct. I mean, it's pretty fast. Auburn's like
Right.
one snap. You know, I mean, and if you're doing the whole fake thing, you're doing the whole same operation. You just don't move. And the tackles it's like field goal. Everybody's keying the ball. You know, that was one year.
What a novel idea.
And the next year, I would just say the cadence. Like, you come up, and then it'd be like, black, go. And then I would hike the ball. Like I would yell the cadence instead of the quarterback. But then again, you're still looking. If you can't hear me, you're looking at the ball.
Right.
Like that's always been the rule. When you're listening for, I mean, this whole like listening for something when you're in this kind of environment, in my opinion, it just doesn't work. I mean, I've been on the field like hell. If you, sometimes it's a pain in the ass even just listening for the cadence when you're at home. You know, like I mean, I don't know. It's that shit just pisses me off because it's like something that could be easily avoided, and we fail to adjust. You know, it's like after the first start, like we should have it in our repertoire to be able to go, hey, we're going to go silent now, so this doesn't continue to happen. Or hey, our left tackle, right tackle, they're getting beat off the ball, and then they're turned, and the guy's got a 3-way go, and we're just getting our ass kicked. I mean, because we're late off the ball, like because the clap does not work in this situation.
I've never been a fan of the clap.
We've made comments.
A lot of room left to go for the rest of the season, but I mean, they're going to have to make some major changes, and they're going to have to improve drastically because, I mean, but then again, you look at the last 2 years, and this has kind of been the same song and dance with the offensive line. It's kind of just been, whether and I don't think it's all their fault, but it's like we don't put ourselves in a position to win, and we fail to get better at our mistakes, and we continue to make the same mistakes twice, or multiple times, even more than that. And I think that as much as we're paying these guys, this shit's unacceptable from a player standpoint and from the coaches. But are the coaches giving the players what they need to get better? Are they demanding what it takes up front? Or is it just like, hey, this is the new world we're in, to where it's like, hey, we can't push these guys because we're too worried about losing them or whatever. Who knows?
Reese, I want you to know the chat's on fire right now, but they want you to be hired by somebody to ask Hugh Freeze tough questions at the next press conference. That is what's on demand right now.
Well, I mean, look, I've already told Pew, like, look, Pew, if they hire you, I'll be your GA. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
So, that'd be a way to get me back in the building,
There you go. There you go.
And I'll leave it at that. War damn Eagle, but I mean, I would love that, I mean, I guarantee, I mean, hell, I told my guys at Orange Beach this past weekend, it's like, look, lock me in a dark room and turn the lights out. I guarantee I'll make it out alive. Like that's the mentality you got to go into when you step on this football field, that my guy is not going to make the play, and I'm going to do my job every single play for the guy next to me, for the damn AU on your chest, like, and for every man that walked on this field before you, and give you the opportunity to step on this field. I mean, that's the damn Auburn way. And it just seems like that's kind of, it's all, not that these guys don't care, but it's just, you don't get the feeling that they do anything in their world, they jump in front of a damn car for Auburn.
No, not at all.
Reese, appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all let me know if you need anything, and
all right, let me know if you need a
War Eagle Reese. Thank you.
Need a deer killed this winter.
Hey, let me know. Deers and ducks, man. We need to kill something. Hey, I think I might be coming up to the Georgia game, so let's grab a beer.
Let's do it.
You can drink. You can drink one of those zeros, I think.
Zimas, yeah, Zimas.
The Jolly Rancher.
All
right, big dog. Appreciate you, man.
Great stuff.
Fantastic.
And I'm so glad he called out the clap.
Yes.
I don't feel bad for anybody that uses that, including Auburn. I don't feel bad for you when everything goes awry. I don't feel bad at all. It's stupid. It's stupid.
It's amateur.
Yes.
I don't care if you're at an away game or not. At home, it's stupid. It's stupid in Jordan-Hare.
Y'all kill me. And for those that are the uninitiated right now, I need to say something about Reese Dismukes. Reese has been very open about this. This is the second time I've been able to be blessed to be on a podcast with him. But Jeffrey Lee is Reese Dismukes' spirit animal, 100%. Okay, he's declared that, so everybody needs to know that right now.
No, Reese was fun, man.
People pick up on that. Alan, I think they picked up on
I hope so. I hope
Reese
so.
was good dude, man. All of those cats were, man. I mean, I loved covering those. Those were dogs. I mean, that's what you wanted. Like that's the. I mean, going back to Tupperville, I started doing this in 2004. It wasn't until about 2015 when you started losing that edge on the offensive line. And I'm trying to think, was it 2017 maybe? Was kind of like the offensive line really started taking a downward turn?
I think 2018, because 2017 was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, realistically,
No, and I don't mean every one of them. I'm just talking about as a whole. Like just with Pugh and Reese and Zimba and all those cats, man.
I'm with
Chad
you.
Slade and
Yeah, well, there was a good turnover, right? You had Hugh Knoll, who, while Hugh was never a fantastic recruiter, to the best of my understanding, or anybody I've ever talked to, but you were mean. You know what I mean? Like, by God, you were going to play hard every snap, or you weren't going to play.
And you look at the offensive line coaches, J.B. Grimes. I mean, not J.B., Jeff Grimes.
Jeff, another he was the best recruiter probably that they've had at that position. I mean,
you know, and Jeff Grimes, you always knew you were going to have an offensive line that was going to be mean as a damn snake.
Right.
I'll say this about the current offensive line. They do a good job in run blocking, guys. They do. I don't want to take that away from them because they usually do a pretty good job with that.
Okay.
And you ain't leaning on them at all.
Right.
You're not even giving them a chance to do what they're best at. You're taking it out of their hands completely. That's no excuse for how the pass protection has looked at all. But, man, like you said, Alan, know your personnel. Yes. And when Reese Dismukes was playing, man, you put 9 in the box. We're running it at you. Stop this.
Right.
I'll tell you where we're going right here, Big Gap. I'll tell you where we're
all
going.
You have to do is your job. As he said, my man's not going to make the play.
Correct.
I got a bad feeling in my stomach this week when Freeze started talking about running against what the dirty runs, I think was his quote.
Yes.
Because he's thinking about it. It's already psyching him out. They go, well, they're going to have a heavy box and they get pretty good up front, so I don't think we can run it.
Mm-hmm. Let's don't even try.
Which is crazy, right? And again, Jay quoted that to me. I knew it was bad, but that we didn't have a called run until the 5th offensive series.
A handoff to a running back.
Yes, the 5th offensive series, a called, designed run.
Yeah, and I think it was a QB run, or I mean, they hardly ever just call a run. It's going to have a pass attachment almost every time. You know, so if Freeze wants that changed, he can change it. He has not yet done that.
No, again, we've talked about this. You can lock the RPO. You can, you know what I mean? You can predetermine what you're going to do. And they have not done that yet. They have not simplified or taken that off the menu for Jackson. They have given him everything. And right now, you know, Hugh Freeze's play calling looks kind of like a Biloxi casino buffet. Okay. It's got what looks from 10,000 feet, a million delicious options, which turns out to be a bunch of late night bad decisions, right? Like that is what Hugh Freeze's play calling is right now. And it's unfortunate, dude, but it's where we are.
Zach, let's do as many as we can in the next 20 minutes, man. Sorry, I know everybody loved to hear Reese, and that was fantastic. So let's get to as many more as we can.
8466. You're live. Who we talking to? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, man.
What's up?
How about you?
How about you, big dog? I think he was on the wrong show.
Hey, man, 2 years ago, I called in after the Texas A&M game, and I complained about a lot of things. I complained about Montgomery's play calling. I complained about Thorne holding the ball too long. I complained about the wide receivers not getting separation.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Hugh Freeze guy from the start. Let me get that out there. And I do think he's built a hell of a roster. I think he can beat anybody.
Agree.
But I blamed it on everybody except for Hugh Freeze. I just want to read off a couple of stats right quick. And then I'll let y'all talk about it if you want to. If not, we'll move on to the next caller. I know you got a lot.
Good stuff.
2023, we had 200 total yards of offense. 2025, we had 177. 2023, we had 3.1 yards per play. 2025, we had 3.1 yards per play on offense. 2023, we was 3 for 15 on third down. 2025, we were 0 for 13. 2023, 6 Texas A&M players logged at least a half a sack. 2025, 5 players logged a half a sack. 2023, Auburn only scored 10 points. The only reason we scored a touchdown is because Asante stripped the ball and ran it back for 70 yards.
Wow.
You're right.
2025, we only scored 10 points. The only reason we scored a touchdown is because Xavier Atkins got an interception. And ran it back for 70
Wow.
yards. We're watching the same thing over and over and over, and so is Hugh. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. We take that offensive line. Cole's right on everything he said. We've got the team to compete, and you can't convince me in a defensive ball game like that. You can't just line up and run behind your offensive line and give the ball to Cobb and win that game and score more than 16 points. I think we've all kind of seen it and didn't want to just come out and say it, and we wanted to, but it don't matter. Look at the differences in Texas A&M in 2023 and 2025, and look at the differences at Auburn. We've upgraded every position except for arguably the running back, but we don't know because we won't give Cobb the ball. Their great defensive coordinator that did all that to us, he's now our defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Texas A&M's whole personnel and all of their coaches has changed. I mean, Freeze had it right at his first press conference when he said he was going to hire an offensive coordinator. He was going to concentrate on game managing and recruiting and building this program back up. And I thought that was the home run. And I don't know if he can hire an offensive coordinator and save that, or if it's passed him up. But I know my time's probably up, so I'll get off here and listen to y'all talk.
Good stuff, Emos.
Great call, man. Listen, Emos, don't get down on yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with being an optimist. It's okay. It's okay to see the glass half full. You'll get clowned on it on the internet, but don't listen to that. Just do it how you do it. We were all kind of in that boat because of the way the program was being run. Bringing in a good roster, I agree. Roster's good. It can compete at the level your schedule is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what we've seen, though, is it doesn't matter how elite your roster is. There still has to be some level of coaching, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Now, what you just said is perfect. We're looking at the same thing. If anything, it's regressed a touch.
Right.
And that can't happen, guys. You cannot do less with more. You can't do it.
No.
It won't fly.
And this is the other part that Hugh's getting himself into. And if he continues to lose games, that's why it gets ugly quick. I heard Stephen Godfrey say this on the Yahoo podcast, or the National Enquirer that they do with Andy Staples, and they were talking about Mike Gundy. And when they knew it was time to fire Mike Gundy, they're like, what was the feedback he was getting from the agent community is, well, Mike's got nobody else to blame. Hugh doesn't have anybody else to blame at this point, right? Like, this is his baby. He's got all the tools. He's got the offensive coordinator that he handpicked. He's got the quarterback that he picked, wide receivers that he wanted. There's no other reason why this should look this way.
And I want to say this before we move on about the run game. I'm not saying don't throw the football. I want to be clear on that. You got to. You got the weapons to do that. They kept a safety over Cam Coleman to stop that from happening.
Yes.
Okay. The entire point of having a guy like that draws that kind of attention is to open up the box so you can run. That's the whole point of this offense. And they still didn't try it. That's what I'm upset about. Not simply just running the football. I hope that makes sense. And then once you hit them a few times and they go, oh, we can't do that anymore, they walk them up, and then you go to Coleman.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be the entire formula. And it was against Baylor. And we all thought they'd turn a leaf.
Sure did. Good stuff, Emos. Appreciate you, big dog.
5'8", 5'5". You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
This is James from Rankin, Georgia.
Talk to us, James from Rankin.
Yes, sir.
What's on your mind tonight, big dog?
Oh man, I want to talk to them about the recruiting. A comment they've made, numerous times about on-field performance, and I just want to get their thoughts on something.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead. What you want to know?
Oh, well, I guess the question is, with all the scuttlebutt about firing Hugh Freeze, this is James from Lincoln, Georgia.
Go,
Don't-
we hear you, James. Go ahead with your
Don't
question,
get
buddy.
too blocked by that TV now. Listen to the phone.
The question is, you guys have talked about the recruiting being on-field performance this year, and if possibly if Hugh Freeze would retain his job. The question is, the on-field performance right now is just not acceptable.
Right.
And a lot of people want to see Hugh gone. If you were the powers to be to make that call, do you wait to the end of the year, or would you make that call at this point after the next couple games?
Okay. Fair enough, James. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for your question. Guys, if you're in that situation, or if you're in that position, Arkansas has done that. Oklahoma State has done that. I'm not even close to that point.
Cole, I'm going to let you go. I got a lot of thoughts here, so you go ahead, man.
Well, I think the new trend in college football, as there are so many new trends in college football, is if it just looks like it's going in the wrong direction and you've given it an appropriate amount of time, go ahead and make the call and gives an interim a chance to prove themselves. That seems to be a big thing right now. Like Arkansas, for example, has Bobby Petrino sitting there, and he's going to get a chance to prove himself again, right? So, I don't really have an opinion on what they should do, and I don't want to be in that position at all. But that seems to be the trend in college football. Does Auburn follow that trend? I'm not sure.
So this is kind of the answer, because I've asked on this, okay? And realistically, let me give you the AD answer, and then let me give you Allen's answer. And the AD answer is when there's no hope left in the program and it looks like they're about to cost themselves money, when they realize that the Iron Bowl is going to be empty because people just don't believe in the head coach anymore, and optically what that would look like on a national audience, that's, right? Like, if the hope is at that point in the program, you have to make a change.
Yeah.
For me, I think you get to that point, you're not going to be there after Georgia. Okay. I just don't. I think, if anything, John Cohen has proved himself to be methodical. And I don't think there is probably the heartache enough at that point, even though the people that tune into the show, I hear you. I'm just thinking more along the lines of the 85,000 fans that show up to JHS every Saturday. I think you're still going to have people that are going to come, but probably if you start 0-4, and then I would think post Vanderbilt, if you go to Vanderbilt and you get beat, that's probably the time that you make that decision. I think at that point, there's no changing things. There's no going back at that point. It's done. And again, I understand Cole's point about trying to give the interim an opportunity to see if they can't breathe life into the program. And I think they absolutely have somebody there that they could capably turn that over to, who's been a head coach before. You have a candidate in-house that can do that. The one piece that I want everybody to be conscious of, and this does tie it back into the recruiting, is the fact that the second you fire your head coach, it immediately opens the transfer portal to your roster.
Yeah.
And you are at that point free for that roster, which is as talented as it can be in the SEC, to be tampered with an ungodly amount. And there's nothing DJ Durkin or anybody else can do to help salvage that piece. So I think you have to time it in a way that makes sense for you to give whoever the next head coach is going to be an opportunity to retain some of that talent. But behind the scenes right now, if you're having the conversations that I think they could be having, if you're John Cohen, you're calling agents and you're seeing what the market's actually like. You want to know. You don't fire Hugh Freeze on a gamble. You need to know what you potentially have. And if you're talking to your boosters, you want to know who's going to support what candidate and this is what I'm getting feedback on. Before you ever make a change, there has to be a plan. That was the biggest issue with firing Gus. There was no plan beyond Kevin Steele.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a pissing contest between Alan Green and multiple others on Alan just trying to make a hire that he could get done, who was not going to be who they wanted. So that's kind of where it's at.
All right, good stuff, James. Appreciate you calling in, buddy.
9534. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Cameron from Seminole Country down in Tallahassee, Florida.
How about you, Cameron?
All right.
Talk to us, buddy.
Doing good. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
I love what Alan just said about, thinking about having a plan, or you just go ahead and decide to fire somebody. I wanted to try and be the voice of reason and say, hey, listen, name one other team that just lost to 2 top 6 teams in the country and are talking about firing their coach.
Yeah.
And played them that close.
Sure.
Now, granted, I don't. The play calling this weekend was atrocious. I definitely see that. If I'm Jake Thornton, Xavier Chaplin's not seeing the field again if he has another false start penalty, especially if it's at home, because now you don't have an excuse anymore. But yeah. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. Hey, Jay Lee, real quick, I want to make sure you're all right from that sneeze earlier.
From that what?
That sneeze.
You saw that? Nobody blessed you, Cameron.
Well, you muted.
And we weren't trying to call attention to you, big dog. We were trying to let you have that moment.
Cameron, I will say this, buddy. That's why I said I'm not there yet. And Alan said something about maybe after the Vandy game. Like, I'm not there yet. I told you, but I am. I have moved up my timeline because I think the talent's there, and that's not. I thought that would be the reason Hugh Freeze needed 4 years to really see what he was going to be like, because I thought it was going to take that long to get the talent to the level that he could compete. But he has the talent, as Cole said. He had the talent the past 2 weeks to win those games, and he didn't.
Well, you can't make that argument anymore. Like, what more do you need exactly? Right? Yeah. What more do you need at this point?
Nothing. You've got a defense that is maybe not championship caliber, but damn sure playoff contention caliber defense.
Yeah,
Auburn has the defense to make playoffs, to win every game.
Yeah, top half of the conference for sure, right? Yeah. Like there's nobody that would argue that's a top half of the conference defense.
Now they do get shredded at times. They do get shredded.
Right. That's why I said playoff contention. I don't know that they're championship caliber, but they're playoff contention. And that was my deal with Hugh Freeze. And I said this on the brain drain. Like, if the offense is just the liability on the team, then what is Hugh Freeze? What is his asset? What is he contributing? What is his value to this program if it's not offense?
Yeah, and these are just questions, man.
Right.
I'm with you, Jeffrey. It's fair to ask these questions right now. Nobody's calling for any heads around here.
No, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there yet.
We're not going to do that.
I think this team still has the talent. If they can get it, if they can get some things fixed, if they can get some confidence, if they can get some things rolling, I still think 8 wins is absolutely achievable.
It's mathematically possible. I mean,
it's what we got to stay consistent, guys, because we talked about it all offseason. These 2 games right here did not set up well for Auburn in the first.
Listen, when everybody was calling, we want to know what your season prediction is. I can't remember y'all, but I had Auburn at 3-2 right now.
Yes,
and I had them 8-4 at the end of the season. That's why I didn't expect Auburn to beat Oklahoma. I didn't expect Auburn to beat Texas A&M. I look back and go, damn, well, maybe they should have, but they didn't, and I didn't expect them to. So I'm not there yet.
We did say you've got to find one in this 3.
Yes,
and right now that looks rough.
I think we said if you could get to, I thought it was 3-3, and then the second half you could run to 9 wins or go 5-1 and go 8-4, and that's kind of how I am. I thought Auburn would be 3-3 the first half of the season and 5-1 on the second half of the season, and then finish 8-4, and I still think that's absolutely doable.
It's doable. I think your margin for error is just very slim, my man. Like if you,
that's it. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Good stuff, Cameron. Good call, buddy.
Last caller of the night, 835. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
This is Stan from Panama City.
Hey, how about you, Stan?
Jeffrey, I know there's a lot of people waiting, so I'm just going to make a long statement, and then I'm going to get off so other people can get on.
I like
First
it.
thing is our next offensive line coach has been fired yesterday.
Oh,
Turn on that damn jukebox. That's the first thing. The second thing is that how long do we have to put in Ashton or Deuce before we lose Jace Matthews, all the rest of the recruits we got, plus the ones on the team? And if we had two people on offense that played with the heart that Dallas Walker and Xavier Atkins showed yesterday,
oh yeah,
we'd win a lot of football games. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Hey,
Wow.
fantastic, Stan. I think Xavier Atkins it deserves so much more than what he's getting.
Yeah,
We haven't even mentioned his name.
I'm
Rob-
glad Dallas Walker got a call out. He's playing hard, man.
Look, did anybody see the stats? Rob Woodyard had a big day yesterday.
9 tackles.
Yes.
Yeah,
9 tackles.
Rob has slowly turned himself like a starting linebacker in the SEC, and I'm so happy for that kid. I mean, somebody that got dropped by Alabama more or less,
Sure.
signed with Auburn had to work his way through a lot of adversity, bad injury his senior year, and stuck with the program. Like, those are the kind of stories you love to hear, love to see, and you love to see him be productive.
Shoot, Melendez played good. Eric Winters keeps playing awesome. Fagan's had a play in there at one point. Jared Smith keeps closing the pocket. I mean, you can go on and on about
Bobby Jameson Travis. What's his name now? Bobby Travis. Isn't it hyphenated?
It's Jameson Travis.
Okay.
BJT, man.
But you know what? I thought Stan made a good point, and I thought about this yesterday after the game. I'm going, if I'm watching that game and I'm a running back, I'm going, well, they're not even trying. And if I'm watching that game as a wide receiver, I'm going, they can't get me the ball. It's not great for your offensive recruiting when you don't have an offense. You're not featuring anyone except a quarterback who
see, and you're dovetailing into the anger, I think, of the fan base, right? Like, I don't believe anybody expected Auburn to win these two games. If you did, okay. But
your name's Kevin.
It's the way it looked, right? It's the way
that's exactly
it's
right.
the way it unfolded. And
I can lose, but I can't lose that way.
Right. To A&M, who was ranked, what were they ranked in the conference in rush defense before this game?
They weren't great because
I thought it was 11th.
Notre Dame ran all over them.
Yes. And then you don't piss a drop.
And
And
you don't even try.
No. So, I mean, look, I watched UTSA put up 21 points on these guys. And no offense, I think UTSA, I mean, look, their head coach is the real deal. I mean, he's talented, right?
Jeff Traylor.
Jeff Traylor's very good. But Jeff Traylor's not working with the talent Auburn's got on its roster.
No, and you still, if you're Auburn, you don't want to meet that team. Like, they would outcoach you right now. They'd find ways to beat you. They dictate your offense like that. That's what you're dealing with right now. Every single game you go into, especially against the defenses that are as good as A&M's and Oklahoma's.
Schaefer's killing me, dude.
Yeah, I just saw that, dude.
Schaefer, I'm more of an out man myself.
Schaefer, you're getting a how about you from me at some point, big dog.
He has been fantastic. And listen, this show has been, I thought, it could have went one of two ways, and it went the better route. I thought there was some fantastic insight, fantastic calls, questions, comments. I thought Reese was fantastic. I thought, hell, Kyle, Anthony, all those cats were great. Who else was it? Emos was fantastic. Great call.
Good call.
James, Cameron, and Stan. I really enjoyed this show, man. And there's a lot of different angles to look at this. And I think it was, who was it? I said it, and this guy said, I feel that. T.A. Irvin. I can lose, but not that way. And that's kind of what I left that game saying yesterday. Is like Texas A&M or Oklahoma, I get it, right? I get losing, but damn, I don't want to lose that way.
Let me ask y'all this: if Is it better for Auburn to go get blown out by Georgia or to lose another one exactly like what we just saw?
I think the defense is going to keep Auburn in every game they play this year, unless they start going.
Georgia, to me, doesn't look like leaps and bounds better than Oklahoma, if they are at all. Like,
I agree, Cole. I agree.
I don't think they are. I've said it for the last 3 weeks. I'm probably going to get crucified for it. And I made clear that it was me that said it and not you two today on the board. Hey, Noel, that was me again. I think Georgia is the most beatable of the 3 opponents that they have just played, period.
Maybe.
They have youth on defense all over the place. They've made mistakes.
Sucks.
They've made mistakes. They get no push on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, they're still able to push people. Right-hand side with Bo Hughley and a couple other guys, they're freshmen. They got injuries. They're not moving people on the line of scrimmage. So I think if our secondary comes to play, then you've got an opportunity to ugly that game up. But the issue is I have zero confidence in our offense right now to do what they need to do to execute at a level to win that game. But again, if they're able to come out and do what Cole and I just talked about, the basic things we talked about at the front of this game, run the football, play with tempo, stay in front of the chains. If they can do those 3 things, they can play with Georgia. They have the talent to play with Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Especially in JHS.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Well, I want to thank everybody for the calls. Fantastic. Auburn's going to be off this coming Saturday. They will return. I think it's going to be a 6:30 kick with Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Is that right?
I think so.
Alan?
It's definitely a night game.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I was reading SR Blackbird there. He was tearing me up. He didn't.
He's terrible.
He's a big fan, man.
Oh, is he?
He loves us.
He was telling us we were terrible.
He's watching. He's watching, ain't he?
I think he's a hardcore fan, man, and he just expects more. Right? Like that's at the end of the day, I don't mind the comments because I get it. It's passion. And it's a fan base that's just in search of that cathartic win and Auburn actually playing up to expectation as opposed to what it's been for the last 3 years. And really before that. I mean, the whole Arson era just sucked.
I thought was it Diesel? Oh yeah. Diesel had a really good comment here. What pisses him off the most is that if Hugh Freeze could put an offense together, just an average offense, you're probably a playoff contender this year. Just an average offense.
Well, I know we got to go. I was going to say this a minute ago, but from the recruiting standpoint for your receivers, man, the whole thing has been, hey, when we get in a bind, we're going to lean on you. We're just going to throw it up for you. That's why we got you. That's a lot.
I can't wait on that.
It's just not true.
Mm-mm.
Well, see, I'm a 3rd and long, so Auburn's been in a lot of 3rd and 20s lately, and I don't care if Cam Coleman is double covered over with the safety, you still got a chance, and you've also got. And Auburn did this. I think it was against Baylor. No, who was it against? But if you're not, pass interference is there too, and you're running draws up the middle. I don't know. It pissed me off. I don't know.
Yeah, pass interference is absolutely there. They will throw that flag. I mean, if you get the call, but
throw it up to Cam Coleman and see what happens. Hell, worst case scenario, they pick it off and you just did a 30-yard punt and gave yourself a chance.
He did that against Oklahoma. I don't know what.
That's who it was. Yeah, it wasn't Baylor. It was Oklahoma.
There was a play in the Oklahoma game where he was pressured by 7 and even changed the protection so he could get the free rusher in his face, knowing how much time he would have, and literally threw a rainbow to Cam Coleman. Just let it go. And it was interference. Auburn gets a fresh set of downs. What happened? Where did it go?
Dude, they were throwing screens to Brandon Frazier.
That was
I literally walked out of the room after that.
By the way, I do want to give Brandon Frazier some love on that sideline catch he made. And that was a terrible holding call, man. Like that's
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, let him play, ref, a little bit. Come on.
He had a good game.
He had another catch over the middle. He ran over a guy, got the first down.
He had a good game.
I would
He had a
rather
good game.
I would rather throw it to him than the other one.
That ain't on Brandon, man. It's just the screen idea right
Yeah.
there. It's a little strange.
Yeah, I hear you. That's all right. Well, I mean, if you're looking for a 3-yard pickup, but it was like 3rd and 12. Anyway,
Schaefer Key said, wasn't he in the Mummy? Brandon.
all right, let's wrap it up there, folks. We're still going to be y'all look out for Monday takeaway in the morning. Justin Hokanson and JG Tate will have a video up on the game, and we'll have videos throughout the week on Auburn Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back with a recruiting show midweek, and then we'll be back next Sunday. Even with a bye, will we be back?
Yeah. I mean, we got to preview Georgia, right?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it so we can get some more calls too and get more people in. So look for us again next week, 6:30 right here. We'll be doing it again. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks for everybody for watching. For Cole, for Zach in the back, and Jessica Andrus with First Realty. Give her a call, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all say that left lane.